Hey guys, this is Thomas1651, and today I'll be doing something a bit different. I'm going to be talking about videos on YouTube that I remember seeing years ago that I cannot find or have been deleted and are currently unviewable or lost. Most of them are Thomas related. I will be using the Internet Archive's Wayback Machine and the metadata website Filmot for most of the info on these videos, as well as my own memory for the videos themselves. Also, I would like to give credit to Plum Casualties for inspiring me to make this video. They made a great video about rare and obscure Thomas media, official and unofficial. The YouTube topics are what mostly inspired this video. With those things out of the way, let's get right into the first video. The first video I'll be talking about is an animated parody of a classic Thomas episode. As you can probably guess from the title, it was based on the episode Rusty and the Boulder from Season 5. The video was 3 minutes and 58 seconds long and was uploaded on April 8, 2011 by Comedy TV 37, now called Tycoon Gamer. It was part of a series of videos they made called Thomas Miniseries. The description reads, Thomas worries that the boulder in the new quarry is watching him and wants to leave. The next day, the boulder falls and chases him and the others down the track. From what I can remember, it was mostly in a slideshow style with little editing, pictures created with most likely MS Paint, and had a voiceover from the creator. Overall, the style was very similar to this video, Thomas the Paint Engine. The video page was captured once by the Wayback Machine in 2011, but failed to save the video itself. The thumbnail was fortunately saved, and according to the date it was captured, the video had to have become unavailable at some point after 2018. If you go to the video now, it says it's been made private, as well as the other videos in the series, so there is still a chance that they could be made viewable again. If not, there is also a chance that someone might have downloaded it, because it did manage to get at least 2.3 million views. Now this topic has to do with a video that is still currently up on the platform. Some of you may recognize it as the first video in my Nostalgic Videos playlist. When you watch it, you'll notice there is a blur placed over the tunnel. That blur was not originally there. The tunnel originally had an email and some other information on it, but it was blurred at some point around 2017 to 2018 if I remember correctly. It was never said why the tunnel was blurred. Maybe the creator stopped using the email. Also note that they've been inactive on the site for well over a decade. No re-uploads of the video or images of the unblurred tunnel have surfaced, making the original version of the video lost media. Diving into the first non-Thomas video, we have Tchoo Train, spelled with T's for some reason. This is one of the videos I want to find the most. It was basically a 3D animated video of a wooden railway track set up like an insane roller coaster in a bedroom. It also featured the song Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. It was uploaded on June 17, 2009, and was 1 minute and 13 seconds long. According to the description, the video was made for an assignment in 3D design and animation. The video page was saved a few times in the Wayback Machine, but the video failed to save every time. The thumbnail was saved, and according to the capture date, the video was removed at some point after February 10, 2019. In fact, if you go to the channel link today, the channel appears to have been removed entirely for multiple claims of copyright infringement. This is, without a doubt, the reason why the video cannot be found anymore. Like the other videos on this list, there is a chance that someone downloaded it at some point. The video was quite popular and got at least 2.1 million views. This Thomas YouTuber really needs no introduction. He's also somewhat known for having quite a lot of lost content from over the years, which I also have very fond memories of watching, so much so that I could technically make an entire video dedicated to some of it. So basically, he used to have a mini-series of videos dedicated to his birthday, which were posted annually on January 28. 4 in total were made, with only the 2010 one being totally found as of now. The 2009 and 2011 ones are completely lost, aside from the thumbnails. I don't actually remember what happens in them. The 2012 one is mostly found, but about half of it is still missing. What do I mean by this? Well, It may not have been saved in the Wayback Machine, but there is a re-upload of it on Dailymotion. However, there is a catch. It's a redub. The original audio is gone, and someone else can be heard talking over it instead. Anyway, here is a summary of the video. Thomas and Percy are sleeping in the sheds when Emily arrives and wakes them up. She tells them that it's Ramahfool's birthday, much to their excitement.
Yay!
She then explains that they're going to have a celebration for him, and that Whiff is bringing the cake, who is in a rush to get there. After Thomas and Percy arrive, Whiff shows up with the cake, and Henry immediately eats it. Whiff shows his frustration, then leaves to get another cake. Billy then arrives with some snacks, as well as a happy birthday Ramahfool sign. Whiff returns with another cake, but after they say happy birthday to Ramahfool, Henry, you guessed it, eats that one as well. The engines don't know what to do, but then Thomas has an idea. Thomas's idea is to have the viewer choose one of them to collect another cake. The way this worked was through YouTube's annotations, the old version with text boxes, allowing you to click on a box placed over each engine and would take you to their respective video. This was basically the same as, and was probably inspired by, Annoying Orange vs. Angry Birds. Each of these videos were unlisted, meaning they were only accessible through the main video. They would all follow the same format. An engine is chosen to collect the cake, so they run off to get it, and a worker loads it into the van. They return to the party, and Henry, of course, eats the cake. A couple unique moments I remember were as follows. In Henry's video, he would eat the cake as soon as he got it, and would bring back nothing. In Whiff's video, he would be upset about having to collect a third cake, and Thomas would say something like, "Sorry, Whiff, but the viewer chose you." Sadly, there was no real ending to the story, as Henry would eat the cake no matter who you picked. As for where the videos are now, the main video has since been taken down, in what I'd like to say 2019 or 2020, as I remember watching them as late as 2017 or 18. The links to the 5 respective cake collector videos are now impossible to find, as the Wayback Machine does not archive annotations for as far as I know. This means the videos could still be out there on either website, but we'll never know for sure because we don't have the links to prove it. However, Billy's video was miraculously saved via a seemingly random re-upload from 2021. I asked the person who posted it if they had any of the other videos, but to no avail. This next video is the first one I'll be talking about that was created with the popular game Trainz Simulator. Also, from this point onwards, the majority of the information for each video will be described from my own memory. This is a video that quietly and mysteriously disappeared from a popular Thomas Trainz YouTuber. I'm of course talking about Jeremy Crispo. There's also his older channel, Jeremy Crispo Video, but I'm fairly certain this video was posted to his current channel. The video I'm talking about was a music video mostly containing sped up clips of the engines running and crashing. I specifically remember a clip of Harold flying from an overhead angle, as well as some clips from Jeremy's 2010 Thomas and Diesel 10 chase spliced in. All the chaos was accompanied by the song Radio/Video by System of a Down, but at a slightly higher pitch, and maybe even speed. Just to be sure, I played around with adjusting the speed and editing. In doing so, I came to the conclusion that 1.05 speed, with pitch change enabled, is spot on to how I remember it sounding in the video. I'm not going to play it here because, well, you know. This is another one of the more recent lost videos I've seen, as I remember watching it sometime between 2014 and 2016. As of right now, I couldn't find the link to the video, or any captures of it in the Wayback Machine, so we don't know if it's available there, or why the video was removed in the first place. If I had to guess, it was probably for copyrighted music. Now we're getting into the somewhat more obscure entries. Basically, as the title suggests, it was a remake of that famous scene from the Polar Express, but with James. Like the last video, it was also filmed in Trainz Simulator. Also be warned, as the rest of these topics are also related to Trainz Simulator. In an effort to find it, I started looking at Polar Express videos in the Wayback Machine. Eventually, I found this video in the recommended bar. The username proves that this is indeed the Trainz video I remember. The video page was not captured in the Wayback Machine, so we don't have an exact upload date or description, but we do know from this screenshot that it was 2 minutes and 10 seconds long. If I were to guess when it was uploaded, it would definitely be sometime between 2009 and 2013. It is also unknown when the video became unavailable. Unfortunately, the thumbnail was not saved either, so here is a photo recreation I made from memory of what the video looked like. I do believe it was the 2006 James model that was used. If not, then it was the 2009 one. However, I do not remember what coaches were used or what Trainz version was used. It was either 2009, 2010, or 2012 because I remember the interface looked somewhat like this. But hey, I could still be wrong. Trainz 605 was a YouTube channel that posted, you guessed it, Trainz videos. Their entire channel is now deleted as a matter of fact. I remember watching some of their older videos, including their series, Thomas Trainz. I know, very creative. The series had at least 4 episodes, but I don't think I ever saw the first one, and even Philmont didn't have a record of it if it existed. Oh yeah, their older videos were made in Trainz 2006, and they recorded them with a separate camera pointed at the monitor. Episode 2, music video, uploaded on August 26, 2012, started with them facing the camera, and I believe apologizing for not having any videos in a while. The rest of the video featured MST Noodle's Edward model, along with some coaches, moving down a long straight track on a flat, basic, grassy route to the song Won't Be Long by the Hives. The song was played on a separate device, which was shown to be taken from another Trainz music video. Double lost media on one, wow. When the song ended, they said something like, "I think that's the end of the song," and proceeded along the empty route for about another minute. Then Edward stopped because he was approaching James at the end of the line. The next episode, Thomas and the Trucks, uploaded on May 27, 2013, plays out similarly to the real episode. I remember there was a long and twisty downhill track on a gray layout in it. I also found their rendition of the Runaway theme pretty funny. Neither of these videos' links were saved in the Wayback Machine, so that makes them automatically lost. The story of episode 4, Percy Takes a Plunge, fortunately has a more happy ending. It too was also not archived, but one day, I randomly decided to look for Trainz videos on Dailymotion when I found it. Someone had re-uploaded it. This clip from the video basically describes my reaction.
No way!
I remember they also had a pair of videos where they tested the 2006 Thomas and Percy on a specific route, as well as a reskin video featuring Percy as Stanley, Gordon as Hank, and another Gordon as Henry because their actual Henry was broken. They said, "Here is Henry, and he is not good." I think they also had a video of Soda Island 3D's Wilbert wheel slipping down a hill. They said, "Wheel slip. He's sliding down." Man, that was a lot of info. Now this video might be the most obscure one on this list, as I cannot find any traces of it while browsing the Wayback Machine. This was another video filmed inside Trainz Simulator, but this time being a review of 2 different engines, or more specifically, 2 different versions of the same engine, this being the Southern Pacific 4449 Daylight. One of the models was the old original standard version from the download station, and that you see on pretty much every Trainz Daylight video from back in the day. The other was some baked version with more features, such as a spinning light. I remember the video began with some kind of intro sequence. There was no music and was just raw game audio. I do remember it being kind of loud though, as it may have had some thunder sound effects. It also took place at night, and I believe it was set on some high up track going around a mountain. I think at one point, it showed the original Daylight stopping at a signal, and then the baked one came flying by from the other direction, pulling a short freight train. Believe it or not, James was on one of the flatbeds, and his tender was on another one a few cars back. After the intro, it cut to the main review. It was now daytime, and both engines were positioned side by side with a grassy terrain texture under the tracks. Nothing major happens for the rest of the video, as it was just a voiceover from the creator talking about the differences between the 2 engines for a good few minutes. There was a decent amount of editing, as every shot had cuts between them, and the footage was screen recorded. I think there was also some background music, but I don't remember what it was. The time period from when I saw this video would have to be from around 2010 to 2014. Well, I guess that's all for this video. These are all memories that I've been holding on to for many years, and I thought, you know what? I think it's finally time to put them out. I figured making a video on them would surely grab more attention than if I had just quietly dropped them on a random subreddit. If you happen to have any of these videos, or if you know any more information about them, please let me know in the comments below. If you've made it all the way through the video, I would just like to say thank you. Your support helps me stay motivated to make these videos, regardless of what they're about. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Thomas1651, signing out.